Welcome to the southernmost part of our planet, a land covered in ice, untouched by time and civilization. This is Antarctica, a continent that remains one of the most mysterious, least explored, and most extreme places on Earth. Antarctica is not like any other place on this planet. It is a land where temperatures can drop to -90 degrees Celsius, where winds can reach hurricane speeds, and where the sun does not set for months during the summer, and does not rise at all in the winter. It is a continent of contradictions, desolate and empty, yet teeming with hidden life. Harsh and unforgiving, yet beautiful beyond description. This icy wilderness holds about 90% of the world's freshwater, locked away in its massive ice sheets. If all this ice were to melt, global sea levels would rise by more than 60 meters, flooding cities and reshaping coastlines across the world. But what do we really know about Antarctica? What secrets are hidden beneath its frozen surface? And why have explorers, scientists, and adventurers been drawn to this inhospitable land for more than a century? Antarctica's story began millions of years ago. It was once part of the supercontinent Gondwana, connected to South America, Africa, India, Australia, and the Arabian Peninsula. Back then, this region was lush and green, teeming with life, far from the frozen desert it is today. Fossilized plants and ancient amphibian remains found deep beneath the ice are proof that this continent was once alive with forests, rivers, and creatures. Dynamic time-lapse animation of Earth's tectonic plates shifting over millions of years, showing Antarctica slowly drifting southward toward the South Pole. As the continent moves, the green landscape fades to brown, then white, as snow and ice spread rapidly across the surface. The camera tilts up to reveal a vast, frozen wilderness under dark, swirling polar clouds. A low, rumbling sound underscores the dramatic transformation. Today, Antarctica covers an area of 14 million square kilometers, larger than Europe and almost twice the size of Australia. But nearly all of it is hidden beneath an average of 2 kilometers of ice. In some places, the ice is more than 4 kilometers thick, pressing down on the ancient land below. Beneath this icy shell lies a world scientists are only beginning to explore. There are mountain ranges, vast lakes, and even signs of ancient rivers carved into the bedrock. One of the most incredible discoveries is Lake Vostok, a body of water larger than Lake Ontario, buried under 4 kilometers of ice. This lake has been sealed off from the surface for over 15 million years. What strange forms of life could be hiding in its dark, isolated waters? Life in Antarctica, though rare, is remarkably adapted to survive. On the icy coasts, millions of penguins waddle and slide, raising their chicks in harsh conditions. Seals lounge on floating icebergs, while killer whales and huge blue whales patrol the freezing waters. But beyond these familiar animals, microscopic life forms thrive in the most unexpected places. Inside ice crystals, in super salty lakes, and even in underground rock layers. These extremophiles might help scientists understand how life could exist on other frozen worlds, like Jupiter's moon Europa, or Saturn's moon Enceladus. The human history of Antarctica is filled with danger and adventure. For thousands of years, the existence of a southern continent was only a rumor. A terra australis incognita, the unknown southern land. Sailors and mapmakers guessed at its presence, but never saw it. In 1820, the first confirmed sighting of the Antarctic mainland was made by Russian explorers. This sparked a wave of interest in the frozen continent. Over the next century, brave adventurers raced to reach the South Pole, the very center of this icy world. The most famous of these was Roald Amundsen, the Norwegian explorer who became the first human to reach the South Pole in 1911. Just weeks later, a British team led by Robert Falcon Scott arrived, but tragedy struck. Scott and his entire team perished on the return journey, overcome by the merciless environment. Since then, Antarctica has become a hub for scientific discovery rather than conquest. Today, more than 30 nations operate research stations across the continent. These stations study everything from climate change to astronomy, glaciology, to biology. Because Antarctica is so untouched by human activity, it offers a unique window into Earth's past, and possibly its future. One of the most important findings in recent years is the evidence of climate change hidden in the ice. Scientists drill deep cores from the ice sheets, analyzing bubbles of ancient air trapped inside. These tiny air samples reveal how Earth's atmosphere changed over hundreds of thousands of years. What they found was alarming. Greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and methane have risen to levels never seen in the past 800,000 years. If the ice sheets of Antarctica begin to melt more quickly, the consequences could be catastrophic. Sea levels would rise, storms would intensify, and weather patterns across the globe would be disrupted. But Antarctica is not just a victim of climate change. It may also be the key to understanding it. By studying this frozen land, scientists hope to predict what will happen to our planet in the coming decades. Beneath the ice, other secrets may lie. Some believe that hidden mountain ranges and valleys could contain minerals, oil, or even undiscovered life forms. However, under the Antarctic Treaty, signed in 1959, all military activity, mineral mining, and permanent human settlement are banned. The continent is preserved for peace and science alone. Even so, the future of Antarctica is uncertain. As the global climate warms, the fragile balance of this ecosystem could change. Parts of the West Antarctic ice sheet are already showing signs of instability. If this ice sheet collapses, it could add several meters to global sea levels. But it is not only climate that threatens Antarctica. Increased tourism, pollution, and potential geopolitical interest could also disturb the delicate environment. Managing human impact is one of the greatest challenges facing the international community today. Yet, Antarctica continues to inspire wonder. The auroras that dance in the polar sky. The endless white plains broken only by jagged mountains. The incredible creatures that survive against all odds. It is a place where the power and beauty of nature are fully revealed. In recent years, new technologies have allowed deeper exploration. Drones, ice-penetrating radar, and robotic submarines are uncovering parts of the continent never seen before. Scientists have even drilled into subglacial lakes, searching for microbes that could teach us about life in extreme environments. Some researchers dream of using Antarctica as a training ground for future space missions. The harsh conditions here mimic those on Mars or the icy moons of the outer solar system. Learning how to survive and work in Antarctica could prepare us for the next giant leap in human exploration. Despite the challenges, the spirit of cooperation remains strong. The Antarctic Treaty is one of the most successful international agreements in history. It proves that nations can work together to protect a common heritage. In a world often divided by conflict, Antarctica offers hope for peaceful collaboration. But this balance is fragile. The decisions we make in the coming decades will shape the fate of Antarctica and our own future. Will we choose to protect this last great wilderness, or will greed and neglect lead to its destruction? As we ponder these questions, the frozen heart of Antarctica beats on, silent, cold, and mysterious. For now, the continent sleeps beneath its ice, guarding its secrets. But it will not sleep forever. The story of Antarctica is far from over. Its next chapter will be written by us. Whether that story is one of discovery and preservation or of loss and regret, depends on the choices humanity makes today. The ice waits, the world watches, and the future remains unwritten,